Puzzled was originally released back in 1990 and is a very simple puzzle game for the Neo Geo. Last week we covered SNK's entry into the fighting game genre, and today we do an about face and look at what certainly appears to be their first foray into puzzle games, even if it isn't. Puzzled is an ultra-simplistic puzzle game made after the Tetris craze of 1988 and 89. I can sum up the whole game in just a few words. Your objective is to try and release a hot air balloon from the very bottom of the playfield, which is surrounded by blocks. You do this by using the classic Tetris shapes to remove the blocks from around the balloon. That's it, that's all. Spend too much time dilly-dallying and the speed will increase, forcing you to make quick decisions and often screw up in the process. The big problem with this particular game is that it was one of the first games on the Neo Geo, and it really shows. Developers were just coming to terms with what the system could do, and I'd like to believe that this was sort of a demo for the platform. It's unremarkable in just about every single way. The layouts of the stages are somewhat cumbersome, and as such, there's little chance you'll be able to clear the 50 stages, as some require tons of time just to figure out where you should put blocks, and the blocks appear to be random. So when you play the game again, it's a completely different set of blocks that you'll be using. Rotating the blocks is also much harder than it should be, since you can only rotate them counterclockwise. That doesn't make any sense. Every Tetris game ever allowed you to rotate them clockwise and counterclockwise. There's also a multiplayer mode that's essentially two single-player games taking place at the same time, with no interactions between the two. The graphics are simplistic, the audio is barely there, and so you may be wondering why I even bothered reviewing this game. Well, the truth is that I like to tackle all the Neo Geo games available as part of the Arcade Archives collection, and I couldn't quite remember if this was a decent puzzle game or not. The answer is it's one of the first puzzle games on the Neo Geo hardware, and it just shows that. If you're looking for a puzzle game that is both fun and shows a little bit more of what the hardware could do, check out Magical Drop 2, which I've already reviewed. That's a much better puzzle game overall. If you're absolutely hell-bent on checking this one out, just make sure you understand what your $10 is getting you, which is to say, not very much. There are countless other great Neo Geo games available as part of this service that I personally would check out instead of this one, but if you just want to see where puzzle games sort of started on the Neo Geo hardware, well, this is a good place to start.